The good news is Mississippi didn't set any records today. Thank you for staying up with us tonight. Now, the bad news is more than 1,000 Mississippians test positive for COVID-19, and those ICU numbers continue to climb. 1,032 new cases are being reported today by the Mississippi State Department of Health, along with 24 deaths. 1,332 people have died after being diagnosed with the virus. Now, there are 41 fewer people in the hospital today than yesterday. That number is now 1,076. Now, at least 2 of those are members of the state legislature. Representatives Earl Banks of Jackson and Manly Barton of Moss Point. 253 people are in the ICU. That number higher than yesterday's figure. Here in our area, Lee County had the highest number of new cases with 33. Union has 25. Pontotoc, Winston, and Lamar County, Alabama all had 13. Monroe, Oktibbeha, and Lafayette counties had 12. The Lee County School District releases its blueprint for reopening. School starts on August 6th. Parents can choose either traditional learning or distance learning. Those who choose traditional learning will be at school 5 days a week. CDC guidelines will be followed and social distancing enforced with all classes and activities. Students in distance learning will enroll for each 9-week period. Instruction will be provided through Google Classroom with options for teacher meetings using Google Meets or Zoom. There are a host of other guidelines the district is implementing to make sure that students, teachers, and staff are safe as the new school year begins.
A lot of planning has gone into that as well, making sure that we can provide a healthy environment so we can stay in school, because we understand the importance of face-to-face instruction with a high-quality teacher for the education of our students. We want to be safe, we're extremely excited, and we're ready for school.
The district will provide digital textbooks when they are available from the publisher. Students will face the same direction in desks during class time. Students and staff will also be required to wear masks when social distancing is not possible. Each district has a different restart plan, but all include elements that have teachers and parents on edge. A newly formed group called Mississippi Teachers Unite rallied outside the state capitol for nearly 2 hours today. Ann Jackson has highlights and reaction from the governor.
These teachers are mad.
MDE must postpone a dangerous reopening until at least September 1st to ensure safe school environments.
And I want to see my students more than anything, but I want them to be alive more than anything. As people said before, we can't teach dead students. I can't show up to work if I'm dead.
And they don't think the money is there for the return to be a safe one.
We usually have running water. We never have soap and rarely have paper towels, so I don't really see how this is going to happen. These supplies that I have, I'm going to have to buy for myself.
Some parents echoed those concerns.
I want my kids to get an education, but if this is going to destroy it, then I ask that they do what they need to do. If it can't be September 1st, guess what? It needs to open up when this virus is gone.
Within hours, Governor Reeves was addressing some of these same topics at his briefing.
The American Academy of Pediatrics said that closing schools could in fact itself push children to a higher risk of death. They're right. We have to provide the structure for children.
In the way of safety, he says it shouldn't be an issue.
At least $150 million going to schools to pay for masks, hand sanitizer, and other necessary PPE.
Districts have until July 31st to finalize their plans for the fall semester.
They want me to do an executive order mandating that every school acts exactly the same. As of today, I do not see that as the best course of action.
Ann Jackson, WCBI News.
Governor Reeves says he had a meeting with the state superintendent and chairman of the State Board of Education today. He says they're all in agreement that in-classroom instruction needs to be available, and they believe it can be done safely.
It is another mild and muggy evening out there. You see right there, 81 degrees is the current observation in Columbus. Temperatures across the region really still in the 80s for most of us. Just a few high clouds passing through, especially areas off to the north and the west of Tupelo. Overnight tonight, I think we're going to stay mostly clear for the most part. Temperatures going to stay fairly mild, 75 for the low, very humid with just a very light wind. Tomorrow, really much of the same as we were today. Here's a look at the weekend. 96 for tomorrow, 96 for Sunday. Heat index values closer to 105 at times. That could be dangerous heat, folks. If you plan to be outside, please take frequent breaks and stay hydrated. Of course, stay in the shade if you can. I really think we're dry for the weekend. Maybe an isolated shower here over the next couple of days, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to get any relief in the way of rainfall, at least for the weekend, but rain chances do increase just a little bit. I've got more details on that coming up in my full forecast in just a bit. Scott?
All right, Trevor, thanks so much. Well, Caledonia's sports teams will have a new name. The name Confederates or Feds is officially being retired. At today's school board meeting, members voted unanimously to adopt a new nickname and mascot. This comes after dozens of parents and community members voiced their concerns about what the nickname portrays. Our Quentin Smith was at the meeting. He has more on the decision.
With the raising of their right hands, the 5-member board made the highly anticipated vote to do away with the name Caledonia Confederates.
I'm really excited. This was a long time coming.
I'm happy. I feel like they acted responsibly, they listened to us, and they did the right thing.
Amanda Nielsen has been advocating for this change for more than a month. She organized the group Unify Caledonia in an effort to have the name removed.
As I looked into this whole thing, it became apparent, black members of the community have been asking for these changes for at least 40 years, and nothing has been done.
Nielsen has 2 kids in the school district, and while her kids are having good experiences at the school, she knows that's not the case for everyone, including her neighbor and recent Caledonia graduate, Naterica Shellman. Shellman believes the name Confederates should have been retired years ago.
Now I know the school's taking steps forward to address the problems, so it'll be better for my younger brother, who won't have to go through the same things I went through or have to ignore the same things that I had to ignore.
I myself have seen a sort of a self-segregation that seems to have happened between the towns in my area, and the name seems to contribute to that. And as I've talked to people, they feel intimidated by the name, so that's not appropriate for a school mascot. It's time to change that.
I think the board needed to take a leadership position on this topic.
The process to determine what's next is now underway. The principal, student body, community members, and alumni now have 60 days to decide on a new name and mascot, then present that information to the board to make a vote.
If we decide what the mascot is in this room, we may pick something that's not indicative of what the community represents. So we want them to do that. And I want to say, I don't think the mascot in the community views it as racist at all. I don't think the community's there. I have been in that community my entire life, and I don't see anything racist going on. It's just some people outside looking in view it that way, and it's just time to change that stance.
The new name and mascot will be presented to the board in September, and it will take effect immediately following the board's vote. Some big improvements are coming to a busy Oktibbeha County road. More than 4 miles of Poorhouse Road will be redone with an asphalt surface. Money from the county and the state will pay for the repairs. Work will start on Highway 25 and continue to Oktok Road. The traffic light will also be installed within the next 3 months.
Intersection of Old Highway 25 and Poorhouse Road. This has been an intersection where we've seen safety issues. We did data studies to know exactly what we needed to do, which included traffic counts and the accident reports. And they came back and said that we needed to put in a light, and we're also going to illuminate the area.
The traffic light project is already under contract. Well, this is the day that Courtney Smith has been waiting for. 2 years in the making, the Starkville woman gets the keys to her new home. This is a Habitat house on Azalea Lane. Homeowners like Courtney have put in a lot of manpower hours working alongside volunteers to build the house. This year, though, it's been a challenge.
I can definitely say that through this process, I've been taught that patience is a virtue. And it's been a long 2 years, but it's definitely been worth the wait. And then when it comes to finally getting started on the process of building, we had the coronavirus, which put a halt to everything. But like I say, God remained faithful, and we still finished on time.
Volunteers help keep that schedule on time. The Smith family, it includes Courtney, her 3 children, and 1 grandchild. All right, we're going to send things over to meteorologist Trevor Burchett. Trevor, that muggy meter.
It's up there. I was just looking at.
You're like the only one who usually puts it in there, and I don't think you have it in there tonight.
I don't have it in there tonight, but I'll tell you it's up in the miserable category. It is
Above
too
that.
muggy out there. These temperatures alone, without the humidity, they're high enough. Take a look at the Emerson Animal Hospital forecast. Honey, I'll tell you, Honey has got the right idea. I've got to find out wherever Honey is and get in the pool because that's about the only way to stay cool. 96 Saturday, Sunday, 97 for Monday. Heat index values even higher than that. That's where the muggy air sneaks in. We've got more details in that First Alert forecast coming up in less than.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Well, if you did not know it is summertime yet, you're going to know this weekend. Take a look at the temperature trend. 96 for our high tomorrow and Sunday. 97 for Monday. But the good news is I think after that, maybe we cool down a little bit, if you can call it that. By cooling down, I mean the temperatures are going to get just a little bit lower, a little closer to our average of 92 by the middle and end of next week. Here's what's going on across the country right now. We've got a couple of weather systems that we're watching. One little disturbance just to the north of us there in western Tennessee and Kentucky. The big weather system, though, of the night is up in North Dakota and Minnesota. Some 90-mile-an-hour wind gusts associated with that little line of storms there. The good news is neither one of those are going to impact us here in our neck of the woods overnight tonight or really for the next several days. Out there right now, all quiet and calm. 82 degrees in Columbus, 79 in Louisville under a mostly clear sky. There are some clouds off to the north. Tupelo seeing a little bit of cloud cover at 84. And over in West Alabama at Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon, they're checking in at 80 degrees. I think we get down to 74 tonight, generally clear and calm. Plenty of clear sky, maybe just a few high clouds passing through. Otherwise dry, but it is going to be muggy with a generally calm wind. Tomorrow, another hot and humid one. 96 for the high in Columbus, 96 in Vernon as well. Generally anywhere from 95 to 96, but to me, folks, once it gets past 95, it's just downright hot, especially once you factor in the humidity and you get this number, which is the one that really matters. The heat index, what it feels like to your skin tomorrow at 4 p.m., it's going to feel like 104 in Columbus, 105 degrees in Tupelo, and unfortunately, as we play this through to Sunday, really much of the same. 104 in Aberdeen, 103 in Columbus for your Sunday afternoon. So remember, if you plan to be outside, you've got to follow these heat safety tips because this is some dangerous heat out there. If you're doing any type of strenuous activity, you want to take frequent breaks, drink plenty of water if you can. Stay in the shade and don't overexert yourself. Best course of action, as told by Scott Martin, is to find a cool place to be, the pool, the lake, the shade, the tree, anything to get out of the sunshine because this heat can really take you out in just a matter of minutes. Also, check on those pets if you're going to keep those outside and maybe check in with those relatives and neighbors to make sure they're doing okay in this heat and humidity. Here's a look at your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Really this weekend and Monday, I don't think we have to deal with much in the way of rainfall, maybe a scattered storm here or there. Most of us stay dry and hot. Again, 97 for Monday. After that, through the middle and end of the week, we'll increase rain chances just a little bit, still only about a 40% chance. So not everybody going to see rain, but those systems will help to cool us down just a little bit. Highs in the mid-90s, overnight lows in the mid-70s.
COVID-19 is forcing musicians to get creative when it comes to their live shows. Think of it as the world's best car stereo. Hear for yourself when we come back.
WCBI News at 10 with Scott Martin.
No festivals, no concerts. I know it's tough, but entertainers are now going online. Now music promoters are looking at new ways to provide live entertainment. As Mark Strassman shows us, you don't even have to leave your car.
All right, you guys gonna crank up your stereos a little bit? We want to get loud out there now?
Singer-songwriter Andrew McMahon had never seen a concert like the one he headlined last weekend in Anaheim, California. His sold-out drive-in show was his first live performance in months since COVID-19 took center stage.
I think looking at it as a sea of cars, you know, rather than a bunch of people crammed in tight is a new visual. You know, I was laughing that when people got excited during the show, there were horns honking and stuff.
Socially distanced entertainment. It's one solution for an industry hit by the virus and fighting to survive. The world's biggest promoter of live events is Live Nation. Its opening drive-in series last weekend featured country music star Brad Paisley. Live Nation's head of venues told us the new normal of concerts could one day include rapid testing of fans.
That would be ideal, because then I think individuals would be, feel safer.
At McMahon's three-night show outside the City National Grove in Anaheim, each car had an assigned parking space. Off to one side, a tailgate zone. Outside that zone, everyone wore face masks. At the bathroom, there was a temperature check. Jordan Harding is the venue's general manager.
We've done the best we can, but we acknowledge that, there is some risk involved.
To minimize that risk, fans could use a mobile app to order food, drinks, and merch, all delivered right to their parking spot.
We literally parked our car and we have our blocked off space, so I feel pretty safe.
We wouldn't go to a concert indoors right now, so this is perfect.
Like rock music, fans have to prove they can adapt.
We're calling that the encore.
It may be the only way live music has an encore in COVID America. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Atlanta.
Hey, any way we can get our music. All right, well, the high school football tour continues by checking in on stop number 26, the Aliceville Yellow Jackets. See the preview next in sports.
CBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
The Aliceville Yellow Jackets have no issue making it to the playoffs. This year, the Jackets hope to push even further and return to state for the first time since 2016. Aliceville is stop number 26 on the high school football tour.
WCBI Sports 2020 High School Football Tour is brought to you by Itawamba Community College, Cannon Ford of Starkville, Monroe County Farm Bureau, Max South Broadband, and the Bank of Vernon.
Just to be in the stadium and actually just to see the smiling faces, whether it's players, whether it's fans.
Besides the smiling faces, the Aliceville Yellow Jackets have plenty to look forward to heading into the 2020 season. The Yellow Jackets return following an 8-3 year. However, head coach Melvin Pete wants his team to learn from last year's losses.
Don't think that everybody can play with you. You can turn on the light switch when you get ready. And that's what kind of was our biggest mistake as far as last year. We kind of got in a dogfight, and we ended up coming up short because they did a great job of playing keep away.
Every down means something for Pete and his team. One player he doesn't have to reiterate that to, sophomore quarterback Ty Williams. In his freshman season, Williams threw for over 1,100 yards and 16 touchdowns. According to Coach Pete, he's already eager to do more.
This is a guy who actually will call me in the middle of the night and like, Coach, I just got to watch the film. Why did you hold back on play calling against Gardo? I said, man, I was trying to protect you. And we're not going to do that this year, Coach. I'm going to be ready. I was like, man, you're talking a lot, but let's see.
While the Yellow Jackets can count on Williams to take care of the pass game, Aliceville has to replace running back Xavier Wilkins, who accounted for nearly 1,500 yards rushing for the Jackets in 2019.
I don't think the running game will be a problem because I'm really kind of relying on the guys up front, with that, as far as our guys up front have kind of been together for, I know, at least 2 years, and I've just never been where we kind of had our O-line. I've always tried to kind of had to rebuild it, every year, but this is the first time that we've ever had a solid group that is coming back and returning.
As the season approaches, Pete is also focusing on building a strong defensive line.
There's some real big-time players, our corners. So the other thing is that we do have a guy by the name of Kobe Sparks that's returning at defensive end. And our biggest challenge this year is trying to find the other end. So we're trying to find some, just some more D linemen that we think that we have some that have some experience, but we're really trying to kind of toughen up our front more so than anything else.
Aliceville kicks off the season against Greene County on August 21st. With the Yellow Jackets on the high school football tour, Courtney Robb, WCBI Sports.
WCBI Sports 2020 High School Football Tour with Aliceville High School is brought to you by H&R AgriPower, Shop and Save, and J. Sand Flooring Professionals.
let's take a look at some of these upcoming stops. Stop number 26, you are done. Aliceville is officially out of the way. We move to stop number 27 with the Solgen Blue Devils. That is coming up on Saturday. Make sure you tune in for that one. Then stop number 28 on Sunday, wrapping up the weekend. We check in with the Aberdeen Bulldogs, Alex Williams and company. Stop number 29 on Monday, kicking off the week with the Choctaw County Chargers coming off a very good season. Stop number 30 on Tuesday, we head over and check in with Belmont. Then stop number 31 on Wednesday, we check in with the Houston Hilltoppers. Ty Harden now is coaching in Tupelo. Stop number 32, we head down to Macon for the Noxubee County Tigers on Thursday. Stop number 33 kicks off Academy Week with Calhoun Academy. That is on Friday. And then as we head into the weekend, stop number 34, we check in with Hebron Christian next Saturday. For any of those stops you may have missed, you can always go visit our website at WCBI.com. That's it for sports. More for you when we come back. Stay with us.
The Mega Millions Gremlins strike once again, but never fear, we've got you covered. Grab those tickets and good luck. Tonight's winning numbers are 12, 13, 21, 46, 57. The Mega Ball is 21, and the Megaplier is 3 times.
Oh my gosh, I'm a winner.
Shut up, Trevor. No, you're not.
I'm just kidding. But these are some numbers that you're probably not going to like as much. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. 96, 96, 97, 94, 93. Hey, if those were the winning numbers, I'd nail the forecast.
Hey, you should have changed the forecast to those numbers. We can start doing the lottery like that.
Would we rather it be 12 degrees?
Since we got to do it every night. Yeah, definitely. All right. Have a good weekend, everyone. He'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you Monday.